I'm Bill Blaker. I'm a retired professor of biology, but I've done research for about 30 years on the brain, mostly. I like to fiddle around with computers once in a while, and I like to fiddle around with the brain, and people always ask themselves, can computers really think? I've always been interested in science fiction. My wife is actually more interested in science fiction than I am. She's a big Star Trek fan.
These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise.
I like Star Trek. I remember, the first series, the original series, I watched that. There was a cartoon series for a while, but I never really watched the cartoon series. I don't even remember exactly when the cartoon series came out. And then when the new series picked up again with the next generation, then both my wife and I, we started watching, all the Star Trek. We have them all on tape, watch them all the time. I think Kirk is just a more dynamic character. I think he has more of a range of responses to things.
I was like you once, so worried about duty and obligation I couldn't see past my own uniform.
Picard is diplomatic, that's good. He's always diplomatic. Sometimes you have to rough it up. I like movies better than watching television. So I've always been interested in things like 2001: Space Odyssey. I guess I really got interested in science fiction again when Star Wars came out, although I'm a much bigger fan of Star Trek than Star Wars. Probably the only machine today that has a chance of thinking is computers. And when you ask the question, can machines think, we're really saying, well, can computers think? Really the question is, can they think like a human? Would you say that they're sentient, that is, they're self-aware and they know what they're doing and they're aware of themselves like we're aware of ourselves? Well, that's a big question, and that's what we're going to look at. Can you tell the difference between, is that a person or is that a computer? Well, there's no computer that can pass the Turing test today. Not even close. Well, my background has always been in science. When I was an undergraduate, I was a chemistry major, and from there went to biochemistry for my PhD. I got interested in the brain when I was in graduate school, studying the biochemistry of the brain. And I continued with studying the brain. I worked for 2 years in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, in a biochemistry department, and then for 4 years at the National Institute of Mental Health, studying pharmacology and brain function. After that, I taught veterinary school for about 6 years, taught at Furman University in their biology department for 25 years, and then I retired about 3.5 years ago from that, and I've been teaching here in Phoenix in a variety of ways.